Welcome to the Newtown Big Dreams podcast, an interview-style talk show that's your gateway to the fabulous and fascinating people who relocated to start a new life. Whether you're new to our podcast or your city, our fellow neighbors from across Canada, North America, and the entire English-speaking world share their stories of reaching new horizons and big dreams. So sit back and relax as we navigate in-depth and intimate conversations with entrepreneurs, thought leaders, executives, creatives, and anyone who can share their story about their Newtown big dreams. And now, here's your host, Luke J. Menkes.
So, Sarah, you came to Kelowna in 2004. Tell us the story of how you got to Kelowna.
We came to Kelowna in 2004, me and my now husband. We came for the winter, and we're still here.
So you came for a vacation?
No, actually, we came to work at Big White.
Oh.
We'd been in Vancouver, and we couldn't stay in Vancouver. So we wanted to find a place that fit sort of our criteria. So we honestly looked at a map, and Kelowna was close to the outdoors, was close to a big airport, not too big, but not too small. Right. So we came up for the winter, and that was in 2004, and we're still here.
So you got a job at Big White, and then you decided you loved it so much that you're not going to leave. Was that it? Or did you know you were going to be permanent? No, we had no idea. It was just one of those, we're still here. So it obviously seemed to work out, and we've enjoyed living here, and we haven't really had a reason to leave, I guess, versus... Right. Yeah. Do you still work at Big White?
No, I worked there for a little while and then moved on and worked was a dispatcher for Big White, Ski Patrol, and then I actually became a dispatcher for 911, emergency services.
Wow.
I did that for quite a few years until I had my kids, and then after my daughter, I switched and then still worked for the regional district, but more Monday to Friday, 8 to 4 timeline rather than shift work.
Right. What was that like being an emergency operator? Was it stressful? Did you hear some pretty crazy things, or was it? Yeah,
you definitely hear some pretty crazy things. It was some moments are stressful, but I don't know. You just learn to do it. Some people can do it, and other can't. I loved it. The only thing I didn't like was the night shifts. So after a while, but some people are able to do night shifts no problem.
Yeah,
it just depends on everyone. It's a little bit different.
I'm curious, was it a lot of waiting around and then something you get this frantic call, or was it constant?
It was usually fairly constant.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it was really crazy, and then other times it would slow down a little bit.
I've worked some night shifts before, and if there's stuff happening, I don't mind it too much. But if it gets kind of quiet, it's pretty hard for me to stay awake. So, but you say it was pretty steady.
Yeah, I mean, it would slow down around 3, 4 in the morning. It would definitely be quieter than the rest of the time, but there was usually enough going on.
And was it all kinds of stuff, like medical emergencies, violence?
I did police dispatch.
Police, yeah.
Yeah, so it was police calls.
So it was mostly fights, altercations, would you say? Or?
Anything. I think the weirdest call I ever had was some lady wanting to know the answer to a crossword puzzle.
Really?
Was
she intoxicated?
No, she was just elderly, and I don't think she knew who else to call. She was honestly stuck on her puzzle, and she really wanted to figure it out. So
And you're the only person answering the phone probably at that time. Wow. Mm-hmm. So did you solve the puzzle?
No, I had no idea. It was not our jobs. Unfortunately, I had to,
Right. So you've got a really cool concept called the local gift card. Yes. I've heard a little bit about it, but many of our listeners, I'm sure, have not heard about it yet. So tell us about the local gift card.
Yeah, it's a brand new business. We actually just launched the gift cards the other week. Mm-hmm. And what it is one gift card that you can use at multiple different businesses. Mm-hmm. So as long as a business is locally owned and they become part of the program, then they can accept the gift card. So it means that someone can get a gift card for $20 or $50, say, and you use $20 at one of the locations, and then go and use it at another business and use $30 at that business.
Wow. And does it tie into the machines that people...
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just programmed.
Yep. So there's no additional work for the retailer or the business owner. Right. They just swipe it just like they would a credit card.
Right. And it'll say balance $8.42 or whatever it is.
Yeah, and I'll let them know their balance.
And you can top it up?
No, you can't top it up yet. We hope eventually to be able to do that. It's a little bit more fancy technology, I guess you could say, than just... So these, unfortunately, right now are single load.
Right.
But we are actually asking people once they have used them and they've spent them to leave them with the retailer or the business that they maxed out at, and we will actually recycle them. Okay. We don't want them to end up in the landfill. We found a way that we can actually recycle the spent cards.
Right. So let's say I've got $3 left, but I buy something for $3.78. Can I give cash for the balance or a debit card?
Yeah, you totally can.
Okay, great. So there's no situation where you've got 48 cents and you're going all these stores and nobody has anything for 48 cents.
48 cents.
So you can use it up, totally use it up, and then pay the rest in cash or debt or whatever.
Yeah. And that's almost the hope too for some of the businesses, is that you will go in and you'll buy something that is more than the gift card. So you use the gift card and then a little bit more into their store. But any gift card that's used in a business, they get that money.
Right.
So
neat. So how many stores approximately do you have now?
Right now we have close to 40, just under 40.
Very nice. And can we buy these cards at those 40 retailers, or is there a special place we have to go to get the cards?
There is a special place you have to go to cards. We have an agreement with Kelowna Tickets. They're an enterprise. And they're nice because they have a huge parking lot right in front, and it's free. They're fairly centrally located for all the different areas of town. And you can also, starting hopefully this week, or I guess probably by now, get them online.
Very nice. So I want to put the links to Kelowna Tickets and then your website. Hopefully it's ready.
Yes.
We're a few weeks behind with production. So this is actually the 111th interview I've done.
Nice.
And today we'll be releasing episode 68.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of catch up to do. Yeah. But by the time we get to you, hopefully that website is live. That'd be great.
Yeah, the website itself is live. We're just waiting for bank approval for the e-commerce side to be live.
That could take a little time, in my experience. Do you have a rough idea?
I'm hoping this week. It was supposed to be last week. So.
Very nice. So, you mentioned that you learned firsthand the struggles that small business owners face. This is the reason why you wanted to develop this program. Tell us how this is helpful to small business.
Well, for me, I had a retail store for 3 years downtown Kelowna called Unless Market. And the reason I started it actually was to support local vendors so that we supply the store as much as possible with local products. And I also had a strong eco side. But the biggest reason I started it was for support local. So when I had my store and I had to decide whether to buy the fancy gift cards rather than just, a piece of paper that we get printed or whatever, I was surprised first at how much they cost to do. And then I also realized at that point, and through most of my store, I only sold gift cards to existing clients. So it was very rare that someone would come in off the street. I actually remember the first time it did happen. I was like, whoa, God, that's awesome. Someone just came in off the street. I don't even know who they are. And they bought a gift card. So that's where the idea came from, is that I wish there was a card that I could do like the mall. The mall has a gift card and you can go to any store in the mall and use it.
I see.
So it's the same concept, but for locally owned businesses, because I think they really need the support. And if we're not careful, we're going to lose more and more of them.
Yeah, it's very true. What do you think the biggest challenge is facing small business, small retailers?
Biggest challenge?
I mean, is it Walmart and Amazon?
I think that plays a role, but also too, especially if you're a newer business, just getting the word out that you even exist. It's not always easy trying to pick what type of advertising to do. And if you decide to go with radio or something, it's a very big investment. And a lot of small business owners don't have that or hesitant to even try that because that's a lot of money out the door. So one thing we did try to do with this program too is price it so that mostly anybody can be a part of it. We even have it set up so that a vendor at the farmer's market, if they're home-based business, they're solopreneur,
they can get it.
They can be
connected.
They can be part of the card program. And for really, less than $100 a year.
Very nice.
Then they can be listed on the directory and then have the everyone who's part of it gets a little sticker that sort of says that they accept the card so that hopefully people will be walking around the farmer's market with one in their pocket and they'd be like, hey, I'm going to get that. Because most people will spend gift card money on something extra or bonus or something they wouldn't normally do or try something new. So that is the hope that people will use those gift card money to try something new and then hopefully come back to that person because they've tried it.
So your market that you had on Bernard, your goal was to support local business from the start.
Yes.
Is there something in your past or some reason that makes you so supportive, naturally supportive of local business?
No, I don't think so. I think part of it's just the green nerd in me. Like the closer we buy things to ourselves and the more we support, there's generally less shipping and less waste. And
right. Less fuel for shipping, less. Right.
Yeah. And people seem to care a little bit more about like the products that they carry and that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't really know what started the.
You've just always kind of been that way. I think too, the environmental impact is huge for sure. But I think economically it's actually good too for the city.
It's way better for the city
because
economically.
If I work in the city and I can make a little more money, then I can spend a little more money. And then other people can make a little more money.
Yes.
So it's really good for the city. If everybody's sitting at home ordering everything online, then, it's not going to really be sustainable.
No, they've shown too, like the more sustainable a city is on itself, that it can get the products that it needs within its community, the better off it is for everybody. So I think, we want to make sure we keep those unique stores and businesses.
Do you have a goal to have a certain number of stores or additional features on the card?
Eventually, I would like to have it reloadable so that there's less waste that way. And then I guess otherwise, no, my original goal was to have 100 businesses before we even launched, but just things happen and gets busy. And but I'm very happy to have close to 40. And I just want it to be as big as it needs to be. Just, the more people that support local and shop local, and I think the better off we are. So I'd really like this card to be sort of the go-to
gift card.
Yeah. So if people want a gift card, then they can get this card rather than.
Is it pretty easy for a business to sign up?
Oh, very easy. Yeah. They can even just go to our website actually, and they can do the whole thing in one sitting, and they can set up their profile. And they have full access to their listing online too. So they can change it whenever they want. We've got an events page on there too, trying to get people so the small businesses often have little events, and it's hard to get the word out that they're having those events. So even an events page, hoping to let people know what is going on. And
Right. What is your website?
Our website is thelocalgiftcard.ca.
Great. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about today? I mean, I covered everything that I wanted to ask you.
No, I think that.
Okay, great. So maybe just tell us one more time, like why this is so important that people get your gift card and that retailers sign it.
I think it's so important for our local economy. I think the more money we keep in our community, the better off we are. And I think the more money we spend at the small, unique retailers and businesses, the better off everyone is. Just a nice circle goes around.
Fantastic. So, Sarah, who would you like to nominate to come on the show?
I think I'd like to nominate Megan Shallow.
Nice. How do you spell her name?
Megan, Megan, and then Shallow, Shallow.
Okay. And what does Megan do?
Megan has BNL Media, and she is also a huge local supporter of local businesses. She helps them sort of get on social media if they're not already. And if they are, just helps it take it to the next level to help get the word out that they exist. And she's an awesome local advocate.
Fabulous. Okay. Well, Sarah, thanks so much for your time today.
No problem.
I appreciate it. It was a short conversation, but I'm definitely going to check out the local gift card. And I'm going to be buying it for people for presents.
Sounds
in
great.
the future and clients. So Thank you.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Newtown Big Dreams podcast with your host, Luke Menkes, and his authentic guests. And we love our listeners and hope you subscribe now to learn more about the amazing journeys of our incredible guests who relocated to find a new town, big dreams. And remember, make your dreams big.